guys, how's it going? It's March 20th, 2016, and yeah, I got back from a week-long trip yesterday, and well, I guess it would be Friday night technically, or yeah, I guess early Saturday morning, whatever. But back now, and this video's been a tough one. I've actually tried recording it over the last little bit. Um, and it's hard to really explain the calculations involved in this. You may have seen some posts on the forum if you're reading it, which I hope you are if you're a member, as far as the California cycle been changing. What what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the cycle page here. That's the welcome screen, which is changing in the registry for California. And if you go over to cycle, this is a number that we finally settled on, I think. At least we're going to try it for a little while and see how it goes. It is up a little bit from where it was at the start of the cycle, but it's back down. I think we had it as high as 48. We've had it as low as 18 over the first month or so of the year, and then unfortunately we lost some key people. And what those key people represent basically is what falls in this category right here. And what that figure is an estimate. It's based on an average of 5 hours for an estimated 105 essential services. Now, not all trains we run here are essential. There are actually 160 trains available. Out of the 167, there's 105 what we call essential services. And those are trains that are switched or somehow interact on the California server with other freight. There's passenger services as well considered in them that we consider essential services. We don't I think all passengers are essential, but anyways, we consider it essential enough anyways. It should be. The ones we don't consider essential are mainly through traffic that doesn't have any switching at Barstow or places in between on the route. So that's what that's all about. And the key here is what we do is essential services generally gets called up, and it will continue to stay called up until somebody takes it. The non-essentials will cancel themselves out at least until a certain period of time. However, if they do get spawned into the system, we are currently keeping them in the system, so they are available to run its entirety once it's spawned. We were considering deleting some non-essential trains, but we've kind of advised now that we've changed the cycle time, I'm totally against that anyways. So excuse me, got a bit of a cold here, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show. There's nobody on the server at the moment. I expect a few people tonight. We've had a few today. So 16 hours and 24 minutes. What that is an estimated daily required runtime. I'm not working right now. I just got back from vacation. I haven't been doing too much other than some admin work and a few other things. I think I'm going to run the Barstow hump with Mike later this evening. But anyways, other than that, I haven't really done too much on the server because I was under the impression that it was so slow that it needed an adjustment here. So what I'm just showing you here is assorted. We have some new users, and this is why I kind of went back to a more aggressive value. And what I mean by aggressive value is try to make more services become available. And that's basically because in the past our weekends have been very slow, and this weekend hasn't been too bad. But you look at Friday, the 18th was really good. The 17th, not too bad. 16th, yeah, not too great. 15th was really good. So these are days where I'm not around. And right now I can put in the time, and I don't know when or the latest I'll have the next available position comes available, but I'll always have a few hours available, and hopefully things pick up, and hopefully we get some news on AI, which we've been waiting for a long time now, and this tomorrow's the first day of spring, so considering that they're still advertising stuff from the fall that's already been released or still needs to be released, I don't know what that means. That's two seasons the way I look at it. So I you know I'm trying to be positive and supportive, but honestly, it's been a little bit tough to try to predict what's going to happen down the road. So I know they're busy. I know they're busy working on stuff, and I know what it's like to not meet deadlines. It happens with me all the time. I set deadlines and goals, and I can't always meet them. Things come up. I can show you a to-do list, but I won't bore you with that. But anyways, so here we have what this breaks down to is when this number calculates, is it divides the 24 hours into 32 segments. So what that does is it gives scheduling for Barstow Hump, which is a 24/7 operation, and from there I can show you that we'll simulate the time as far as what time's available, breaks, etc. This is a little bit off because the cycle changed, but anyways, and now that I'm back, hopefully everything should be okay in Barstow. Usually that's a fairly top priority for me if it's just to make sure that that's going and at least get mainline trains available. But there's other local services that need attention too, and that's where we're kind of lacking at the moment, trying to get the local services. I know people have asked. They're a little confused as to what's available, when that can be run. Post a message. I try to put these videos out as best as I can. They're not as necessarily well organized at times. Some things are confusing. The best thing you can do is post a message and ask. That's what the forum's there for. I don't care if the question's been asked 20 times. Ask the question anyways. If you're interested in stuff, we need to know that you're interested in stuff so that we can plan ahead. Because, if we don't know what's going to happen, if we don't know who's here, or, we get random people that come back, they'll be back for a little while and then they'll be gone for months. And, we really don't, excuse me, we really don't know enough in advance to schedule enough freight traffic to be available. And I'll show you, for example, here. So at 4 p.m. today, this train automatically released. It's an essential service, marking by the E. There's other letters besides E's. B's are for bills, etc. But that became available. When you change some of these figures around, that will all of a sudden change as far as a factor. I'll give you an example here. We'll use this for example. See, right now you got March 20th at 4 p.m. It became available, and then at March 21st, tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, Bakersfield Fresno train will become available as well. So this is how things change. If I was to all of a sudden go crazy and put back to 18 where we were, now this is where we were, so I'm going to show this, and I've already posted a message to warn people that some crazy things might happen. You put 18 in there, all of a sudden you got 1 hour and 20 per crew. There's two crew members in both a Barstow Hump and a Barstow Trim, so that's 1 hour and 20 minutes. Estimated daily requirements now, you need 29 hours just to get the essential services. 29 hours of movement by people per day on average. But here's what happens. Look at all the trains that just released. Lots of them. In fact, so much that trains are starting to cancel. As you can see there, they're canceled. Bakersfield, Maine. Got all kinds of trains and then a whole whack that are on standby. So that's what happens in these type of situations. Whole whack on standby again. But you can see, going back to that, you can see now the availability, the ones that just became available, a lot more get released and we're further into the cycle. So I'm going to put that back before because I see people coming in and I don't want that to confuse them, and hopefully put that back to 32. So that's where we want it. So when it's at 18, it's at 225 in the cycle. Starting from March the 10th, it'll be completed on March 28th. When we put it to 32, now it's currently at 8:06 a.m. In the cycle, and estimated end cycle time is for April the 11th. So that's the control. That's our control mechanism that we can adopt. Preferably, we like to do it before cycle begins. But as you can see, now we're back to just 3 trains being available, which is fine because that's more than enough. Unfortunately, we got to make sure that switching gets done. So we're a little behind here and other things. So, anyways, I'm actually might get this video out by the looks of things. So it looks pretty good. Mojave's good. Barstow, we got a couple boron on standby and the Bartol on standby. Otherwise, we have still a crew change from last cycle. So things are looking pretty good. And then we got 60 minutes tonight for available for hump and trim. This type of thing is going on. We're constantly changing things. So, be prepared for things to change. That's just the way things are. I don't know what that was there, but anyways, things are constantly changing around here. We try to make some improvements, and this is more or less a control function. So if you want to know why the cycles change, it has to do with replacing when key members disappear. Then all of a sudden we have to slow things down so that the things get done. And 16 hours is pretty aggressive. I could probably do half of it if I really have to, but I got other things to do in life besides running a train simulator. And I don't mind, fitting in, but I'd much rather other people be enjoying the server, and I'll spend a few hours here and there, and then I can use my talents for programming or doing other things. But I'm fine. I don't mind running a few trains out of Needles, for example. You look over at Needles, there's a couple trains there. I don't mind running some of those. Like, mind you, those are non-essentials, so I wouldn't be running any of those anyways. But anyways, that's all for now. I thought I'd get that out, and I think I'll get this video out tonight. So finally get a video up, and hopefully I'll have some more videos down the road for you guys, and we'll talk to you next time.